Tonight.
Get into it. Hold up.
Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Dwayne Wade.
My back, y'all. We back. This is episode 21.
I think Dwayne Wade's daughter can have an abortion.
Critical Thoughts Podcast. We back
and it's
with a
critical
light
right
one.
now.
Know what I'm saying? We was having a couple camera audio issues, but y'all know how that go. Yeah, man. I got my boy here, Adam Neal, of course.
Yeah.
Rilla, Crowley.
Yeah.
We in the building. What's going on, man?
Man, it was a long week for me. It was a good week. A lot of work. I worked my ass off this week. Ran around like crazy.
Right.
You know, I think didn't it happen this week? Golden State. When did Golden State win the championship? That was a few days. That was like Saturday.
That was last week, yeah. That was last week.
Tonight with the Stanley Cup finals has been lingering on, and we just watched Tampa Bay, my Ning dynasty, stay alive. Like I didn't flinch, baby. Down 3-1. They were down 3-1 going into this game against Colorado. On the road, game 5 tonight in Colorado, game 5, down 3-1.
Right.
And the Ning pulled it out, 3-2, a tough win, but they needed it. Big win. Now they go back home for game 6, looking to tie up the series at 3.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky was tremendous in goal. He was tremendous tonight. What bunch of great saves by him. And then Palat had a couple goals. And, the Ning, they're going to scrap out a couple goals.
Right.
That's just the type of team they are. Scrap out a couple goals.
Scrappy squad.
Yeah, they're very scrappy. They're looking to become 3-time champions in a row, but they're like more scrappy than anything. I like them a lot. I just like their whole vibe.
Yo, so I don't think like we chopped it up since the matter of fact, yesterday was the draft.
Yeah. I didn't watch as much of it. I didn't even put out a top 50. But there was guys I like. Like, it ended up going with, like, the number one guy on my board was Banchero. And he ended up going number 1. And they were saying that he wasn't going to go number 1. They had him, all the draft people had him at 3. But he ended up going number 1.
Right.
Which I guess I agree with because I have him as the number 1 guy on my board. He's just like a true pro. Like, he's got a pro body. He's got a smooth game. He's got a nice shot. He's strong. He's athletic. He plays good defense. He's just a really like a blue chip prospect. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, he's just a guy like 6'8", strong, quick, can shoot, just versatile. It's like gotta like his game for the NBA. He's got a little rugged attitude to him too. You can tell he's not gonna get flustered by guys or like throwing off his game too much. He seems like a very just mentally tough, physically tough guy. He's got, he's just got the good, he's got he's really, look at him as like, wow, this is a real NBA prospect. Like, this is like the can't miss type of guy. I don't know if he'll be a superstar, but to me, he'll be at least, his ceiling, his floor is very high to me. Like, I can't see him being a bust at all. Like, to me, at lowest, he'll be a good player. Banchero. He may not be like a number 1 carry team. He may not be the guy. But to me, his floor is like almost a third guy on a really good team. Or a third guy on a decent team. Like, he's going to be a good player, I feel like. Pretty much. No question about it. Then you had Holmgren go at number 2.
Yeah.
He's the guy that a lot of people are torn on. Shown flashes of greatness. Shows really good skill. Played in a conference that wasn't as good as some of the other conferences, but played against all the good teams early in the season and played in the tournament. Got in foul trouble in the tournament. People don't like his body. He's too skinny. They kind of look at that and they're like, that's where they try to drag him down with his body, with his frame. But he's young. He's going to grow.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Get bigger. It's all about him in the gym. And he's the type, he seems kind of relentless. Like, there's a relentlessness to him, I noticed.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like he'll be in the gym because he is relentless. Like, he's going to work on that body. When he's 22 years old, he's 19 now.
Right.
When he's 22 years old, he's going to look different. You know what I'm saying? 22 years old. So I like the skill set on this guy. I think Holmgren is I think he's the number 2 guy on my board. Then who went third? Who went third? It wasn't Jabari Smith, was it?
Third? Now we gotta look at
it. It was Jabari Smith.
Okay.
I gotta look that up though. The third guy on my board is Benedict Mathurin. The guy who ended up going 6 to Arizona. I like him a lot. Strong, athletic, has a good savvy on the game. Knows how to play strong too. He's a 2. I like him as like Benedict Mathurin. Arizona. He's a player. He was good in the moment in the tournament. He was ready for the moment. I like what I saw from the season. He led the Arizona had guys get drafted. Let me just go to the thing. There was a couple guys I liked that went lower than I thought they'd be. Hold on here. Let me work quickly. Here we go. All right. I think I should have the drafting. Here we go.
Yeah, those some good dudes that got picked up.
So we got, Jabari Smith was number 3. Then another guy I like, number 4, Keegan Murray. I keep forgetting about him. Out of Iowa. The Kings got him. I don't think he's a guy that's going to be a superstar, is going to come in, but I like him as a piece with Fox, and they're building around Fox and Sabonis, it looks like. Fox is their point guard, Sabonis is their center. So those are good starting pieces. That's why I kind of like that trade with Sabonis for Halliburton. Because now you have Sacramento, what they haven't had in a while. They have a point guard and a center. You know who those
That's a fact, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's those easier positions are to get your 2 guards, your small forwards, your power forwards, but they got a point and a center. That's 2 nice pieces right there. And then you just fill in, and Keegan Murray's team is going to be one of those guys they fill in with. Good all-around player, very high IQ, long. I like him a lot. I just like Keegan Murray. He was carrying that Iowa team. He's a player. Man, I don't know if he's going to be a superstar. He may never be. He might not be a superstar. He's going to be a good player. Yeah, he's going to be a good player. Yeah, you can tell. Jaden Ivey at 5. Interesting. A lot of guys talk about this Jaden Ivey. Knicks wanted him, I heard. A lot of teams want to move up, Chatham. The Purdue guy. He's good, athletic. But, something about him. He's not the greatest shooter. He wasn't so great in the big moments for Purdue. In the tournament, he was kind of terrible in the game he lost. Certain games he wasn't. I don't know. I think he might be. I like Mathurin, who went after him better than him. Ivy went to Pistons at 5. Mathurin went to the Pacers at 6. Then there's my mic went out. There's Shadon Sharp, who went to Kentucky but didn't play this year. It was a weird situation when he graduated early, then went and enrolled early in January in Kentucky. He was going to play a little bit and then play next year. But instead, he just skipped it and just went to the draft this year. He was at Kentucky but never played. And I watched some high school highlights. The high school highlights nowadays, you got these high school academies, playing these academies and such. High-level playing, pretty good level high school basketball. This guy looked like a freak. He looked like basketball was mad easy playing in those games. Now, I know it was high school, and I'm not big on high school. I'm a guy that's not really like a high school. I'm watching these guys in high school. I don't really get too crazy about high school. I don't know, something about this guy. He just looked freakishly like, he had like his body's good for a guy like that, and he just like had this burst, like, I don't know, man. This Shadon Sharp who went 7th, I kind of can see why. I can see him. Like, to me, I would not be shocked if he's the best player in this draft. He's
really
that talented. Wow. When I saw, and I don't even need to see much because I got a good eye for this kind of scouting. I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff.
Right.
I was like, whoa, this guy's pretty.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's freakish. He has like some like if he really puts it together, like this guy can be a problem. He's talented. Very talented.
Is that good?
Yeah. We don't know if he's good yet. He's good, but like good means like you're good all the time. But the talent on this guy is definitely there. He's a talented dude. He might be. He's like. I was like, whoa. Then there's a little drop off. There's this point guard at G League Ignite who I saw a couple of clips of. I don't really have a feel from Dyson Daniels. Got a cool name though. I like his name, so he might be good just off that. Then you got Jeremy Sochan, kind of a long forward at Baylor at number 9. I don't love him, his game. I think he's a little whatever.
Out of Baylor?
Yeah, he was okay this year. He was a freshman, had some height, played for Baylor. He was all right. I don't know about him at number 9. I don't know if I would take him. I wouldn't take him, but not at 9. Then a guy like Johnny Davis in Wisconsin at number 10. This guy can score. This guy can play. Johnny Davis. He played very well for Wisconsin the last couple of years, especially this year. I like him. I actually had him higher on my board. I had him above Sochan. I had him above Dyson Daniels. So I think I might even had Johnny Davis ahead of Jaden Ivey on my board. I think I had Ivy 8th and Johnny Davis maybe 7th or something like that. But I like Johnny Davis. Then he had this guy Dieng, the Knicks picked and then traded to Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah, Oklahoma City.
I don't know anything about it. He played for the New Zealand Breakers. 18-year-olds. He's one of those guys that, 18 years old, looks the part. Like, they draft a lot of these guys in this draft. To me, it's stupid. They take a lot of these raw guys that like have a body and have some talent. They can jump a little bit, but they're not polished basketball players. And then they take these guys over these college guys who played for 3-4 years, who are polished, might not have the NBA body like these guys or some kind of movement or whatever, but they're better basketball players, and they fall in the draft for guys like this guy, Dieng, is like the perfect guy of this. You never know. This guy might end up being good. But a lot of
that's true.
Guys end up being nobodies. And I feel like he fits in that mold. Played against lesser competition, whatever. Then you got this Jalen Williams, another impressive shooting guard out of Santa Clara, long, good defender. Played in the West Coast Conference, not the greatest competition, but he was interesting. This guy, Jalen Williams. I think at least he'll be a good defender in the pros. He's got some athleticism. He's interesting, this Jalen Williams. I kind of like his interview. I saw an interview and something on it.
By the way, a couple of those dudes had some fly suits on too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they was dressed the part that day. Yeah, they was dressed the part.
Jalen Duren, the big man from Memphis, not a big fan. Agbai, who's another athletic wing guy from Kansas, went to Cleveland. I like him a bit. Mark Williams is the one big guy I do like from Duke. Another Duke guy I like. I liked him. I thought he was top 10. He had him at 15 in the Hornets. I think the Hornets did really well with it to get Mark Williams. They actually had the 13th and the 15th pick, the Hornets, and took both big men, Duren and Williams, and they need some bigs. They got themselves 2 good bigs. I like Mark Williams more. Then another Duke guy went to Atlanta next, A.J. Griffin. His father played in the NBA, and it's Seton Hall. What was his name?
A.J. Griffin, right?
So this kid, he showed some skills, but he was a freshman at Duke. He played, he's all right.
Who you think really won
the draft?
Yeah.
I thought Minnesota did a good job. For having 19, they got LaRavia.
Yo, you know who did a good job? Houston.
Well, Houston.
No, the Pistons.
Pistons had high picks.
Yo, the Pistons got a good young core right now.
They building a good young core. I'm not. Who did the Pistons draft? They got Jaden Ivey.
Yeah,
I'm not a big huge Jaden Ivey fan.
Yeah.
But let's see what else did Detroit.
My boy from the draft is my boy Shet.
Who?
Shet, yeah.
Shet. Hold on, I'm looking at Detroit. Hold on, let me see who Detroit got. I don't really. That was their only first round pick. What did Detroit do here? Let me see what Detroit did. Nah, I was saying that whatchamacallit did a good job. Minnesota. I thought Minnesota. That was Dallas. I like Dallas's one pick. They got a guy who I think is very undervalued. Another Duke guy, Wendell Moore Jr. at 26. I think Dallas did great getting him. Great. I thought he was their best player all year. Maybe over even Banchero, the number 1 pick. Wendell Moore was like their best player at times this year on that team. With A.J. Griffin, with Mark Williams, with Banchero, and with the guy, the Knicks guy, who became a good sub for them. The Knicks drafted him in the second round.
Yeah, I don't know what the Knicks did last night.
No, but they got a good player in the second round, Trevor Keels. I think he's a good player. I like the Trevor Keels pick.
I don't know what the Knicks did last night. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Denver did good with Braun, but I like Minnesota. I remember looking at this, and let me see Minnesota again. Yeah, Minnesota got 4 guys. They got Moravia, who I like, the power forward of Wake Forest. A lot of people might not know him. He can play.
Right.
Shoot a bit. He's bouncy. He's good. I love this second-round pick they got. Bryce McGowan's in Nebraska. This guy played on Nebraska in the Big Ten and not a good Big Ten team.
Okay.
But this guy can ball.
Yeah.
This McGowan's. He's bouncy. He's athletic. He can shoot. He's a sleeper, this guy. I love this Bryce McGowan's guy. Who was the 40th overall pick. I had him at
40th.
I had him at like 20.
Damn.
Because I like McGowan. I was actually watching Keegan Murray play, the guy from Iowa who went number 1. And they were playing Nebraska one night. I was watching it, and I'm like, yo, this dude McGowan's is nice, though, on Nebraska.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that he's getting drafted, too. Nebraska doesn't really get so many guys drafted from, but this McGowan's, he played. Then another Baylor guy they got, Kendall Brown, who was solid. I saw him play this year. To me, he was just as good as the guy, Sochan, who went number 9. So I feel like that's why I feel like Minnesota had actually a good draft hit. And then they got some Italian guy, point guard. I don't know anything about him, but they got him too. There was another team, 1 or 2 teams that I thought did pretty good. Houston, you said Houston. I think Houston got Jabari. Houston actually, with Jabari Smith and Tari Eason. Tari Eason's a freak athlete they got from LSU. Houston actually might have done well in this draft actually last night. You might be on with that. Houston might have done well because I like.
I told you, Houston did their thing. Yeah.
I also saw.
Shout out to the boys that's gonna play in the NBA next season, man. That's life changing shit.
Oklahoma City. I mean, they had a lot of good picks. Look,
bro, they always got a lot of good picks.
Yeah, they got Chet, your boy.
That's my boy, man. Yo, next KD.
They got Jalen Williams.
Looking at him.
They got Jalen Williams.
Yeah, shout out to him.
They got the other Jalen Williams in the early second round from Arkansas. There's 2 Jalen Williams.
Oh, wow.
They got both.
I know that.
Jalen and Jaylin.
Okay.
And then they got this kid, Peyton Watson from UCLA, who's another one of these guys. They're going off of projection with him. He was not a starter on UCLA. This is how crazy the draft is. This guy, Peyton Watson, who got drafted 30th, was not a starter on UCLA. He was a backup.
Damn.
The starters that were in the draft who were good players, Johnny Juzang, Jules Bernard, they didn't even get drafted. And this guy was their backup, and he got drafted. Because they're going off projection.
Yeah, they're going off projection.
Like there's some talent that they're
but there's certain establishments that still got those scouts that will go out, really go for a certain.
I know what they're looking at, a body type.
Yeah. And
they're looking at a certain, like he can move a certain way or whatever, but the guy didn't play much and didn't do much for them. Like, I don't understand. What about they diss guys who like produce, like Johnny Juzang, who was the leading scorer on that UCLA team, who's a good player to me, and he's 6'7". I think he's a good prospect. He didn't get drafted, and like
it's crazy.
They diss production and they just take these guys who they project to be. Oh, he was a. You know what they base it more on? If you were a top high school prospect, you're gonna get drafted. No matter if you do nothing in college, you'll still get drafted. That's what it's really all about. They don't give no credence to the guys who are more like not as hyped up out of high school and who really become really good players by developing. They don't give credence to that. They give credence to these high school hypes.
Yeah.
Like Peyton Watson.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, like it annoys me a little bit. It kind of annoys me. Memphis, I thought Memphis did okay.
Who they got?
They got this kid, Walker Kessler. He's actually a guy who developed out of Auburn.
What position he plays?
He's a center. He's a shot blocker. Okay. He's pretty good.
But there's a lot of good centers this
It was a good center draft. Solid guy.
Solid centers.
Vince Williams out of VCU, a second-round pick. I like the second-round picks almost as much as his first-round picks, man. Vince Williams, VCU, another athletic guy out of VCU. Good defense. They just have a good culture at VCU. And their players usually play well in NBA. Let's see who else Indiana got. Indiana did well, too. They got Benedict Mathurin, who I like, and they got Nemhard, the guard from Gonzaga, just a solid guard, who you never know. NBA game might be for him. He might take it to the next level.
Yeah, you never know.
And they got another one of them New Zealand dudes. I thought Philly's one pick they had in the late first round, they picked David Roddy, a power forward out of Colorado State. I like this guy. He can play. Not the most athletic guy, but he's a scorer, and he's a savvy, kind of like a savvy, smart kind of player who just knows how to play basketball. Good basketball IQ. I like him.
Shout out to the boys that got drafted. Yo, in other news, Kyrie Irving.
You know what? I
Let's
haven't
talk
really
about
been
it.
following it. Like, I don't know
But
what
they
to say.
saying, man, they saying
It's
that
all
boy.
hearsay.
It's all hearsay.
To me, this is not my expertise. Like contracts, like I mean, is he going to sign it? Is he not? What is he like?
No. Well,
I don't know what he's feeling right now.
not exactly. To talk about contracts, just how do you think the organization is looking at him?
I think they're looking at him. I think.
Can he trust him?
So this is the thing with this, and I took Kyrie's side. I didn't take Kyrie's side last year when he was sitting out for like January 6th and stupid shit. He would just take off like a road trip because he didn't feel like going.
Yeah.
That annoyed me. But this year with the vaccine, that's not. I don't hold any of that against him. Because
Okay.
I would have done the same thing because that's just ridiculous. That whole thing was ridiculous. But so that I don't mind. But when he was available, he played. Kyrie, he didn't sit out when the vaccine thing ended. He was playing. You know what I mean? He played straight through. So I thought he did good this year. I think I know he has a player option. They kind of don't want to extend his contract. They just kind of will.
Yeah, they don't want to give him all that money.
If you want to do your player option, fine, and then you'll go to free agency next year. He's kind of looking for them to make a commitment like they did to Durant. They're not really doing that. I think they should. I think they should give him I'd give him a 3-year deal. Maybe not a max deal, but I give him not 5 years. I give him a 3-year. I give him 2.
How you think KD looking at this situation right now?
I think KD's pretty understanding of both sides. I think KD was like, was there, and Kyrie was just not available all the time.
Right.
And like, it's kind of like there's always something, They kind of couldn't look at it like there's always something with this guy. Injury, some bullshit,
the
vaccine, whatever the fuck. There's always something with this dude. So it's like they're hesitant. I understand. I think both sides understand, and it's just going to be up to Kyrie what he wants to do. If he wants to be a fucking loyal dude and understand that, like, he just wasn't there for 3. He's been with the Nets 3 years, and the first year he played like 40 games, got hurt. Durant was out. He missed the playoffs. Done. Then last year he was in and out of the lineup with an injury and a this and a that and some bullshit. And then in the playoffs he gets hurt. Okay. Then this year the vaccine, he's missing a lot of games. In the playoffs they lose. He doesn't play. He plays one good game and then he's like, the rest of the series. Like, do you want to leave and be a bitch and just, okay, let me run to another team? Or do you want to finish what you started here? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to come down to. Like, he has to understand the Nets leverage here, which is understandable. If I'm Kyrie and, you brought KD here, you kind of coaxed him into it. Yeah. KD signed a long-term deal. Whatever it is, if it's they just want to do the 1-year player option thing with you right now, just do that. Be a soldier. Be about the team. Like, don't be just about you and your brand. And
to be honest, that is a good point. Like, about, excuse me, say like if they wanted to do like a 1-year deal, like, you should actually be like, yo, you know what? I'll take that for now just to prove all them, like, cause I like the COVID thing, we can give it to you, but there's a lot of shit that you missed. Just I don't know, you just missed.
You missed
like,
playoffs.
There was this one game he missed because it was like his sister's.
Yeah, some dumb shit.
Wedding, like some neck shit.
Yeah,
I was just like,
not
bro,
wearing a mask or some bullshit. And
it was like his man's sister's, like sweet daughter's sweet 16. It was some wild shit. I'm like, bro, you missing games because of that?
Yeah, some
buggy. Yeah, like I take the fine type shit. Like, all right, we get it, bro. But you're a basketball player by the end of the day.
Yeah, you got it. Like you're paid to play.
That's your job, bro. Yeah, like exactly. You paid to play.
A lot of people want that job. Like,
yeah, exactly. Stop playing.
Don't take it for granted. Like. People will kill for that spot. Not even a starter. People will kill to be on the bench in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will kill for that 8th spot on the 8th man off the bench, like the 3rd guy off the bench, or being like the 4th guard on the team. You know what I mean? Like being like not even the first guard, but like a guard that gets 15 minutes a game off the bench. Like, people will kill for that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this guy's just jerking around.
And we'll get paid less.
Yeah, way less. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he doesn't really appreciate what he had, what it is. Maybe he'll get his act together. If I'm him, how much money, like, you've made a ton of money already. Like, doesn't it come to a point where it's just like, you know what, don't I have a value system? I've kind of not been available for this team when I
like,
could have been. Maybe I should just take this 1 year joint and show them like, yo, I'm a real dude. I'm a real player. I'm going to be here all season. I'm going to help us win at something. You know, I'm going to help Ben Simmons out. Durant signed here. I brought him here. I'm going to stay here until y'all throw me out. Like, be about that. And then he makes these weird comments like.
Nah, but you know.
He made the weird comment about not having a coach. Remember with Steve Nash? And like, we don't really have a coach.
You know what was crazy? That I think, I forgot who reported, like, Woj or Stephen A. It was like, there's times that Kyrie will come through, like, he'll wait for the team to finish practicing, and then he will, like, pick, like, 5 dudes and then run his own practices, like, not even practice with the team, like, just do your own thing and just, like, bust their ass and be like, all right, I'm out, like, like, how you gonna get continuity with your squad like that?
Stupid shit. And then he had that other bullshit with the, then he says at the end of the season, I want to sit down with the owner and the GM, and we're gonna make like he was talking as if like he was the GM. It was weird the way he said it. It was like people were like, "What? Wait, what?" Like, bro,
like you think you like how much pool you think you got in here?
Yeah, bro, you just did nothing, and you just got your ass bust.
Chill,
you
didn't really
do nothing in the playoffs, and then you're like, the GM now. Like, whoa, dude, like, be. Come to reality a little bit. Like, I don't know where in Kyrie land, like, that must be a very cool place, like the metaverse, Kyrie land.
The flat earth.
Yeah,
metaverse.
like some other shit.
Flat
like,
metaverse.
In this reality, like, it's a little different than in Kyrie land.
Whoopsie.
Kyrie land is some other shit. We get that.
You need to relax.
You know, like,
he one of them niggas that need to relax. Like,
now they're trying to say, Durant's going to want to trade, blah, blah. I'm going to let's weather the storm. I'm just going to think it as a Nets fan, like, you know what? It is what it is. Kyrie has till next Wednesday. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen with him, you know? I'm not going to, like, hard feelings or nothing. I'm just going to hang in. I'm not going to, like, sweat it. It is what it is, you know? The Nets are smart enough. They'll figure out if he doesn't opt in, right? If he doesn't do the player option, they'll figure out a way to sign and trade him and get something back for him. So that's why I trust Sean Marks. He's a good GM. That's why I'm not even worried about any of this stuff, because I know Sean Marks is just such a crafty general manager that he will maneuver somebody. Like, he'll make sure that the Nets get some value for Kyrie if they got to move him. So that's why I'm not really too worried about it. KD, I don't know. Maybe we might even trade him too. For some dope guys. I don't know.
Damn, you gonna trade KD?
If he starts bitching out, then it is what it is. I got trust more in Sean Marks than any of them. I think he's a fantastic GM. That's why I'm not even too worried about it. The real guy, I'm gonna say this though. The guy that I'm really concerned about is Ben Simmons. I think he's the fucking magic piece to the whole thing.
He's done.
No, he's not done, though. It's not good to put somebody out like that. I think in the middle of the season last year, it wouldn't have been a good thing for Ben Simmons to kind of just jump in. He's a unique type of player. I think now with the full off season, he gets to work out with the team in the summer, go through all the summer shit they do, be around the team, preseason, all that stuff. I think that's what you do with a Ben Simmons. And he can come into the season from the beginning.
You gotta show up, though.
Yeah, but he will, though. He will show up. And I think the key is, hopefully, now I don't know this for a fact. I don't know if this is going to be I don't know. This is just my speculation. I feel like he's going to come with an improved jumper. And
I can believe that.
I think it's going to sneaky be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Simmons is hitting jumpers a little bit. What's up with that? I think that's going to happen. And I think by January, the whole Ben Simmons saga that was happening, that would be like gone in everyone's head. That will be not even anything like that would be long in the past. I feel like hopefully that's best case scenario. And if that's the case,
if Ben come back hitting jumpers, guaranteed they're gonna stop talking shit.
Yeah, for sure. And he's gonna be playing well, I think. And I think just him and Durant maybe. Whatever they get for Kyrie, and they got some young players. The Nets got some young players I like too that I think are gonna come around. I love Cam Thomas, so Kyrie, whatever it is, I think Kyrie should opt in. I think that's his best move. I think this is a good team, and a team where Kyrie could like not have so much pressure, but like still do his thing, and like they got other guys, so he doesn't have to like drag the team for 30 and like they don't need him to score 30 a night to win. You know what I mean? He can kind of mix in and out. Like he doesn't have to go crazy every night. Where a good veteran appreciate that later in their career a little bit, where it's like got some wear and tear on you, but you got other guys that can fill in and score. You don't have to be 35 points every night. You could score 15 points in a game and you'll still win. Veterans start to like stuff like that. We don't have to go crazy. So I think it's a good. And then Kyrie's best interest is actually to come back to sign that thing and just play this year out, man.
Yeah.
You owe Brooklyn something, bro.
You owe the NBA something, honestly.
Because you flopped in Boston too. You did nothing in Boston.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? He did absolutely nothing in Boston. This will be 2 teams in a row where this guy just. I mean, all this Uncle Drew this and movies that.
Yeah.
Where's your fucking game at though, bro? Oh, I don't know. I want to get into this a little bit too.
Sure.
Oh wait, no, that was 2 weeks ago, I guess. The Better Be Ed fight.
Oh yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Devin Haney?
No, Devin Haney.
The Better Be Ed. Yeah, we talked about that on the last podcast.
We did. Better Be Ed.
Yeah, Better Be Ed beat the shit out of him, boy.
No, but I think we just talked about it regular here.
Nah, we talked about it on the last podcast.
Oh, we did? Okay.
And even if we did it, what's going on? What's up?
Better Be Ed.
Better Be Ed is that guy. He was chomping down on your boy.
Yeah, he punished Joe Smith.
Chopping down on your boy. Like, there's no other way to put it. He just punished him. He was just constantly just hand him. Only thing is, Joe got that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got a chin on him.
He does.
He got a chin on him. But a lot of people can't withstand all that. I ain't gonna lie to you, because he was punishing him.
He's a thumper. He's just a monster. I don't even know if Bivol really even wants to fight him. Because it seemed to me that Bivol was kind of avoiding Better Be Ed before he got the Canelo fight. That just was my thought about it. And then he got the Canelo fight and won that. No one's going to say that. And I understand that. But I don't know if Bivol is anxious to jump in there with Better Be Ed. As many people are like, yeah, let's just get that fight going, undisputed. I don't know. I think Bivol might be like, yeah, that Zerto fight's not too bad. And Zerto is dangerous. The best fight might end up being Zerto against Better Be Ed. People forget Zerto is nice. I really want to see Zerto versus Bivol. That's a great stylistic fight.
Yeah.
I want to see that fight. That's a really good light heavyweight fight. And a guy I wouldn't sleep on at light heavyweight is the former super middleweight WBA champion who's moved up, Callum Smith. Has a couple of nice knockouts. He lost to Canelo. Come up and looking like Callum Smith. And I think at 175, the extra weight, I think is good for his frame. I think he's really a 175 pounder. He's got a big, tall frame. I think Callum Smith is dangerous at 175. He can punch. I think he's a better version of Joe Smith. He's like Joe Smith, but better. Callum Smith.
Has he fought Diaz?
Better BF?
Yeah, Better BF.
No. He just came up to 175.
Okay.
But he might end up soon being a mandatory for one of these guys like Bivol, Better BF. He's like, he was a champion. He won the Super 6 tournament, the World Boxing Super Series at super middleweight, and he was the WBA champ, the Diamond Belt, WBC Diamond Belt champ. He was rocking at 168. He was a dude, and then Canelo beat him, and then he moved up to 175. He almost also lost to John Ryder, but John Ryder's good. John Ryder beat Danny Jacobs, but that was a close fight. But Callum's got 2 knockouts at 175 against not the greatest guys. He's building up at 175, but I think he's another dangerous guy. I think Better BF's mandatory is Anthony Yard, who is kind of dangerous.
Anthony Yard.
He's a little dangerous, black British fighter. He's not. He's got talent. He's got physical talent. I don't love his trainer, and I don't know if he's got the best boxing brain. Yard. He's something maybe missing with him a little bit. But he seems to me like a dangerous fighter. Like he beat Lyndon Arthur. I mean, Lyndon Arthur beat him, and then he came back and fucked Lyndon Arthur up in the rematch in his last fight. So, that might make him be on a boost right now.
Yeah, he might
give Beterbiev some problems if they fight. He's not going to win.
What's his record?
18-0, 18 KOs.
Jesus Christ.
The 18-0, people are going to say, that's not that many pro fights.
Nah, but the knockouts, though.
But the thing is with these Europeans is that they skip a lot of this is what they do. They stay in the amateurs longer, and when they come to the pros, they skip all the local fights. Like most of these guys who are like 30, 35-0, their first 10 fights were against total stiffs. You know what I mean? These Russian guys like Lomachenko and Beterbiev, they skip those fights. They go straight to the 6-rounders and the 8-rounders. Lomachenko dead up in his first pro fight fought a 10-rounder. That's how gangster he is. But people don't give him credit for that. They actually try to say that Bob Arum fast-tracked him because he's white or some shit like that. No. Lomachenko was just that. You know how risky that is for a guy in his first pro fight to fight a 10-round fight for a title eliminator against the guy? That's crazy. He fought the WBO international champion in his first pro fight.
Yeah,
10 rounds.
Yeah, you gotta respect that.
They used to think guys like, you did 6 rounds your first pro fight? That's a little bit like it's usually 4 rounds. But your first 4, 5, 6 fights are 4 rounds. Then you go to 6 rounds. Lomo fought 10 rounds his first pro fight and won in the 5th. Then in his second pro fight, fought for the strap 12-round fight against Salido.
No more that dude, bro.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, Beterbiev was jumping in. So his 18-0 is a thorough 18-0. He's got some good wins on that resume. He's beat some good dudes. So it's a strong 18-0. And he's Gvozdyk was the WBC champion. He stopped him. And Gvozdyk is a really good fighter. He's another one of those Ukrainians like Usyk and Loma. Gvozdyk was nice. Gvozdyk, that was so impressive, that fight. Gvozdyk actually fought well. It's not like he didn't even fight good. Gvozdyk fought a very good fight. But Beterbiev is just too much after a while. It's just the thudding power. It's just too much. He just wears you down. He just hurts you. Like he's one of those
he's throwing haymakers too.
Yeah, he hurts. And it's not like he's swinging wild.
Nah, he's throwing them like
precise. Like,
off the hip too.
Yeah.
Off the hip. So them things got damage.
Yeah. So this weekend, let me jump to this weekend. It's a good card. So my guy saw Rungvisai's back in action. It's super flyweight, 115 pounds, smaller guys. But he's from the Philippines, I believe, or maybe Thailand. It could be Thailand, Philippines or Thailand. He's fighting some guy Bam Rodriguez, who's a pretty hot prospect, pretty up and high riser guy. People like him. And so Rungvisai, people forget he has big wins, man. He's been in the top 10 pound for pound a couple years ago. And he's just kind of been underground. He hasn't really fought anybody big, but now he's in a big fight with this guy for the WBC. That's a good fight. It's the older veteran guy who's kind of been not as active recently, but he's got a lot of good experience and he can still punch against a young, hot, quick prospect who's rising. It's a big test. It's going to be interesting.
It's a goodie.
Then you got also on that fight the unified champion at 122, Akhmadaliev, who I just feel is an impressive guy. He's fighting Rios, who they say is a pretty good challenger in that division. I don't know much about him. Then there's a good women's fight on the card. I don't follow women's like that, but there's like a really good women's fight on that card. And then there's another good fighter. Oh yeah, I think some even smaller guys are having a good fight, like a 112 pounds for a title too. Some little guys. So yeah, it's supposed to be a good card.
On a good thing, because we're going to wrap it up like in about 15, but just to take it off topic, but to keep it critical. You see what's going on in the news and in the world today in America about the whole abortion thing.
Oh, yeah.
You got any feelings on that?
I got a few feelings on that.
All right, just tell me one, because I know
this is the whole situation, right? Roe versus Wade, it was a court case that made abortion legal federally. So where federal law, you can get an abortion, right? Anywhere in the country, pretty much.
Yeah.
Federal law, blah, 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 right?
Right.
I don't know what the statutes were around it, like what were like different specifications for it, or you can't get an abortion, really just jump in and get an abortion like 2 days before you're giving birth. But I don't know the rules
that's
on that.
wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. So this is the thing. California and some states were trying to make rules to do that.
Oh, like to cut it like right towards
So
the
you
end?
can go up to right at the end.
Nah, that's foul money.
Yeah, that's foul money.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
So what happened with the Roe versus Wade is the Supreme Court overturned the case. So now there is no federal law for abortion. So what happens is now each state gets to make their own. So these people are not talking about how they're just saying like, oh, no, abortion got to overturn. You can't have abortions. That's the way they're making it seem, right?
Right.
Like there's no abortions are not allowed anymore, and that's it. And they're going crazy. But the truth is that now it's just done back on the state level, like most stuff. So each state is going to be able to make their own abortion laws.
Okay.
That's it. And this is such a big deal to these leftists, to these feminists and these leftists. They're crazy.
I ain't know this part. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, what is the big deal? So maybe you live in a state where they're going to be tough abortion laws. Like, you're going to have to, like, use a condom maybe. You know, maybe not get nutted in by 3 dudes a night. You might have to slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You might have to, take your foot off the gas pedal a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
You may have to, maybe
Plan
get a
bit.
maybe the morning after pill.
Plan bizzle.
You know what I mean? But I know what they're gonna say. The leftists is, yeah, but what if they can't afford it? It's like $20, and what if they just can't afford it? Like, it's like,
I work in the medical industry.
Really?
Condoms are free and Plan B.
yeah, condoms play me. Like the morning after
And a
pill, you
birth
can
control.
get that, right? The morning after pill, you get
Nah,
free.
you can't get the morning after pill for free, but you can get on birth control.
Yeah, you can get on birth control. There's so many. I forgot about birth control.
Only
Get on
thing,
birth control.
only thing I like, yeah, like if you try to get abortion towards the end, even like
This is my thoughts. Go
6
ahead.
months, it's like 6 months.
No way. This is my thing on it, and it's good that you said that. My bad. My
Hold
thing on it is 10
Hold
weeks.
on.
Go ahead.
All right, yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie, like even closer than that, because it's still like
2.5 months is my thing.
like it's still foul. It's like
Yeah.
like all right, you got to this point. No, you know what? You're right. You know why? Because it's gonna go to my point. If you found out you was pregnant and you was like, all right, you gonna think about it, give it a month. By that month, if you don't got it together,
Yeah.
you can't be out here
Yeah,
2-3 months down the line.
So say
trying to
you
get an
find
abortion.
out.
Because one, I'm big on that. Like I got kids myself.
Yeah.
I've had situations like that.
Me
I done
too.
lost the daughter
Me
before
too.
at 8 months. Like I done had situations
Me
like
too.
that.
I had lost one
So
at 6 months.
that's hard as hell. Like
Yeah.
it's hard. It's like it's not easy, and it's even more harder on a woman because she's carrying it. So it's like
Yeah.
it's tough. But that like for you to be like trying to do this shit down the
A
line,
lot of them are doing that
you
now.
bugging the fuck
Yo,
out.
a lot of women, they're trying to hide this, but a lot of women are doing
Bugging
like
the
these
hell out.
4, 5, 6 months in abortions.
Bugging the fuck
It's
out.
dangerous. It's no good. To me,
You wildin'
10
out.
weeks.
You're not even
You should be
respecting
able,
yourself.
yeah, you
It's
should
risky.
be able to have it all figured out in 10 weeks. Even if maybe you don't notice it till maybe 6, 7 weeks, which usually girls know earlier. Like we've been there. Like the girls know like 3, 4 weeks they start feeling, they start throwing up, they start getting sleepy.
Man, that shit happens quick. Man.
So 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you should know. You know what I mean? Like you got an idea. Then you got to make a choice. 10 weeks, really. You can't, after 10 weeks, now we're looking at it. The human is starting to form in your stomach. It's not your body anymore. You understand? You're sharing meals with with this fetus now, with this baby that's coming up. Like the baby's starting to develop a heart and stuff like that, and you're sharing meals. It's not they with this my body, my choice. It's not really your body anymore.
Yeah, at that
It's
point,
two people
you
in
bugging
there.
out.
It's not just your body. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody else's body too, somebody else's life. Like you were born, you were once that. These people don't even think like you were once that little fetus. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you forget that you were once that, but you want to have the right to just kill that whenever you want.
Yeah, so imagine you being that, and the person that's holding you down is gonna be like, you know what, my body, my choice. You out of here.
Exactly. Then you wouldn't
Where would
have
you be
your
at?
stupid loud mouth wouldn't be out here.
Exactly. You wouldn't even have an opinion. So that's man, that's the world.
And you know what it is too? Yeah. And it's like people like, well, you're not ready, and I want to live my life. These girls the same. It's all stupid shit. It's like, yo, nobody's really ready. This is something where it just happens. It's that time, and that's a higher energy than you. Like the baby wants to come through. It's not really on you. Like there's different energies at play here. Like it's not just about what your decision. Like sometimes you're chosen. Like they don't understand. Like you were chosen to be the mother of this baby.
Yo, listen, man. This might sound foul, man, but this is the reality of it, man. I'm gonna hit y'all with a Rilla quote real quick, man. You neither swallow or be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible. Exactly.
That's all.
I show some
It's foul, but that's all.
accountability for yourself.
That's all. I know sometimes you get into a situation, you know what I'm saying, kind of pop all that shit, and then you probably had a one night stand, or you just dealing with some bum ass nigga that don't want to take no responsibility. So you know what, you know what, I'm not gonna put myself through this, and you gonna have it like.
But dude,
I can respect that, but get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Get to it.
Don't. But just
it's 3, 4, 5 months, and then talking about, and then they'll
respect to y'all though.
They'll say like, oh, what about rape? What if it's rape? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It happens like that.
It does, but you know what? How many abortions are from rape? Like numbers are like 1 out of 700. So it's a very rare case. What do you mean?
Like there's more rapes happening.
No, but abortions because of rape.
Oh, right.
It's like 1 out of 700.
Right.
So it's like that's a very, and you know what? If it was me, in a perfect world, it's not going to be like this, but it would be 10 weeks. If you have a situation where something like that happened and you're able to have DNA test, some DNA test or some forensic thing or something legit, saying that, yeah, this happened. But then you'd be able to do it. But like, then you think of the flip side of it is like, well, if you got raped, if a girl got raped, right? She's already thinking, girls aren't stupid. She's thinking, oh, what if I got pregnant? Like, they're traumatized, but there's those thoughts like, what if I got pregnant? So they're looking out for that. So I feel like it wouldn't even go long, because if they found out that they were pregnant after like something crazy like a rape, I feel like they would know very soon. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know why I'm just like thinking about this whole time? Because I've been through this shit, bro. Like I done been to Kings County, made my $250 to $300 and got that thing done. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, shout out to my homegirl Tavy, man.
Sucks.
My sister Tavy. The chop shop. That's what she likes to call it. It's the chop shop. You know what I'm saying? We going to the shop to get that thing chopped. It might sound foul, but we gonna keep it a little realer for this segment right here on this Critical Thoughts, man. Listen, man. Shit happened to me like 3 times, man. And I think karma came back around when I lost the first one, when I really wanted to go through with it. But I got 2 that I'm thankful for God for. And my man Adam up next. But besides that, what I'm saying is just like, bro, like, I already see, because I was responsible. Just like I'm responsible today with my kids, I was responsible. I'm like, yo, you know what? That was a foul ball. Know what I'm saying? None of it got that thing done. I'm like, yo, listen, me and you both can't go through this, especially you. I'm in a better position than you, and I'm telling you that you can't go through this right now. Even if because I was with shorties at that time that happened to. It wasn't like, it was like a random bitch or some shit like that. It was my girls, but I was like, yo, you know what? We're not going to go through this the way you think we going to go through this. Know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be here, I'm going to support you, but we going to get that thing done. Okay. Period.
Well, you pushed for that.
Nah, yeah, we going to get that thing done.
One time with me, we actually got, it was a long time, we got arrested. So her mom made her do it.
But this one, I was like 22.
Yeah, I was 22.
I'm saying, like, yeah.
Another one was a miscarriage. Okay. So that was tough. And then another one I had we were 19. So we just did that, But it was early, like a month and a half, 6 weeks in.
And you know what's crazy? Even like with my son, like when like this was back around 2016. I'm about to be 34 next month. This is before I was 30. I was like on some shit like, damn, do I really want to go through with this? But the 3 things that really helped me up, I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm only getting older. 2, the ignorant side of me was like, this is gonna be a gorgeous baby. And 3, this is gonna make me get on some shit. That's gonna make me rise to the occasion, and it's gonna better me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna
get that.
Like I'm saying, like I came from an amazing foundation. My dad is my hero. You know what I'm saying? So I can't you
nailed it on that one.
Like if I had to do anything else to like literally get me off anything,
rise to the occasion.
That shit is gonna make me rise to the fucking occasion, even for myself, to better myself.
I seen a couple of dudes that happened with where actually the presence of the child made them turn up and become better. Like they started to achieve and become the best version of themselves.
I'm the perfect example, bro. Like when my first baby mom was pregnant, bro, that's when I caught my case in 2016. You can look this shit up. Like that's when I caught my case in 2016. After that, bro, I went back to school, got my fucking degree in information technology, started working for the schools, and now I got the job that I got today. But I was neither, nigga, for mad years, nigga, you was with me in a lot of those times when we was out at night bullshitting, and I just had it. Like, I would just tell you, bro, don't even look at your wallet tonight, my nigga. Like, I had it like that for a minute, and I was living a certain lifestyle. I was
because you kind of disappeared after that for a while.
Yeah, nigga, I was not even, like, when that shit happened, of course, I was on probation. I got 3 years of probation.
You went back to school?
But then I went back to school.
What school did you go to?
Nigga, I went to Toro College.
So you were a smart guy.
Yeah, nigga, like...
Because I'm noticing you doing this engineering. I'm like, where's this come from? This guy's mad smart. Like,
but it's just like, I've always been crafty with shit like this. But besides that, it's like... But it's like, I always tell niggas, I'm like, yo, when I see niggas like Nickel and Diamond doing shit, like, yo, bro, I think I got caught with bricks, my nigga. Like, so... I don't know what type of money you was making, and on top of that, like, I was doing little shit on the side, like with the cards and shit like that.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, bro, when I see niggas like, yo, I don't know this, and they still got a kid, I'm like, it's because that shit is not in you.
Yeah.
You're not built for that. You're not a real nigga. Exactly. You're not a real man. Because by the end of the day, if you got a child, bro, and that shit don't fucking make you rise to the occasion, nothing else will. Nothing else will.
So that's why.
That's you.
So you just actually made the whole thing clear. Now I have the moment of clarity. Okay, so the reason you don't get an abortion is because the child becomes the make or break signature thing for you. So now what happens is the birth of the child makes us find out who you really are. Are you gonna rise to the occasion, or are you gonna be? Because if he can't make you, or he or she, the baby can't make you rise to the occasion, you're just not that guy, and you're just a type of guy, and that's it. And you can't do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why. That's why.
Keep it official. It's to the point, bro. It's to the point.
Aborting babies is bullshit because because of this.
But it's to the point, just me even being as a man, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm with the ladies on this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just not with the ones that are just like, and you gonna wait all that time and still be like, I'm on the Nah, we not doing that.
We're not
but it's like, yo, bro, I done stop even fucking with niggas or even talking to niggas that I know I got a kid and don't be around. Because to me, I'm like, yo, if you ain't around for your seed, if we get in a situation, what the fuck you gonna do for me?
Yeah.
You're not even around for your own blood, bro. Like, what?
Yeah. Not really trying to deal with you like that.
My nigga, you don't see your kid. You don't do nothing like that. Nah, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah. So that's why it's such a make or break thing.
Principle, but certain people don't.
That's why it's so important for these babies to be born, because then you find out about people. We find out about you. You find out about yourself.
Who you are.
Yeah.
Where your morality, where your principles stand.
What you're made of. You know, you don't just think about yourself now. You got to think about somebody else. And that's the key to becoming a real good person, is to not just live for yourself, but live for you and somebody else. That's why it's so you see that's why it's so demonic to do this, the abortion thing, and just reckless abortion, have all these abortion. We can just abortion whenever we want. It's a life.
God made it this way for a reason.
You can't just stop.
Whatever you believe in, we are made this way.
Abortion's
that a nigga got sperm in his dick and a bitch got ovaries that can make a fucking life.
Yeah. And
9 months.
And it's almost like an abortion.
Another fucking human.
Yeah. It's almost like an abortion puts a delay on life. It's like, we're supposed to find out now what you're made of, and you stalling it. You're procrastinating right now.
It's a fact.
We're supposed to find out now what everybody's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a fact.
So, yeah, it brings, like, you rose to the occasion. You had now mouths to feed, so you, instead of, and I'm
still on my bullshit about
you
that.
You rose to the occasion.
I'm saying, but you got to know
a better version of yourself.
That's one, and two, you got to know when to, like, because you know what's another thing is, like, people, like, and I get it, because there's a lot of people trying to find themselves and stuff, but you got to get to a certain mentality. This game's done. Yeah, like, you got to get to a certain point that you, like, all right, when am I going to stop being selfish? Like, just doing shit for me. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to front. What made it really easy for me, even the transition, was because I've always been that person. Like, no matter what I was going through, I'm always making sure everybody else is
you're
good.
a very giving.
You know what I'm saying?
person.
I'm always cracking jokes. I'm always making niggas smile.
Sharing
Yo,
stuff.
my nigga, you want to drink this and that?
Yeah. You're
Like-
not a selfish
like,
person at all.
Before me and my nigga Adam even got cool, like once I seen he was a certain type of dude, I automatically became like that. And there's certain people that might look at it like, oh, but you know what? If a nigga's not receptive to that, or he don't show that same equal respect, that just gives me a sign to not fuck with him, period. So before even playing with, oh, yeah, we cool, we not cool, can I really deal with him? Nah. I lay the presence down of how cool can I be. Like, I don't mind, yo, my nigga, what you doing? Yo, my nigga's on me. Oh, you got it. All right, my nigga, like, you want to buy a drink? All right, next drink on me type shit. Because we started really chilling a lot when we was going out
with
type shit.
Pickup.
Through other people at that.
But me and you were always like, it was never a problem. Like,
Nah, yeah.
You had stuff, but you knew that I wasn't trying to like.
You was always,
because I always had my own.
The reason, and I don't even think I ever told, but the reason I really fucked with you is because I was like, me, like, I'm a person, I'm like, no matter who brought me here or who, like, I'm standing around, I'm gonna be me. Yeah. And I was like, you, like, of course, like, I could be cliche and be like, yo, he was the white boy that was trying to be down with the niggas. It was just like, but it was literally, it was just him being himself.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew. I'm like, it gets no realer than this, because he's a fucking white man around nothing but niggas being the white man.
Yeah.
And still being like, yo, I'm from the culture, so.
Yeah, I'm from the culture, so I don't have to try to act.
I'm not out of the box. I'm a part of the culture, but I'm just me, bro. Like, and that's one thing that I've always been like, yo, I fuck with this nigga for that, because it's like, I could be the same person in any room with him. Yeah. Because he's not gonna switch up. Yeah. And I'm not gonna switch up. It's not gonna be like, damn, my nigga, I didn't expect this from you. You expect everything that you know from me, bro.
I kind of make everyone kind of adjust to me, because I'm not gonna just try to fit in. I'm me, and if it works, it works. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna like switch. I'm just gonna be me, and I have a lot of different facets of my personality too. Yeah. So I'm a lot. You know, everyone thinks that you're a lot of different. We're all a lot of different people and characters. Like there's different characters. Depending on the energy of what you're with, you can morph into a different character. That's kind of how I am a little bit.
You know what's crazy? Like, a lot of people could do that, but it's not in everybody. But the ones that have learned how to manage that and really control that,
always me, though.
They're savants at that shit. Because I could socialize in any room. Yeah. And I specifically put myself like, yo, let me do this, let me do that. If I'm around a certain type of people, I ain't gonna be like, yo, nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. You know what I'm saying? And I could be in different type of settings and still be myself, though.
It's funny you said it, because in the diamond game, where I work, it's very, very family, a lot of old school families. They're very stiff. It's very tight. It's very like not like loose.
It's like a Jewish system.
Yeah, it's like a very like
trickle down.
Yeah, like dressed, everybody play, they act kind of, there's like a very like there's a old school mentality. Like they'll look at you if they don't know you, like, who are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody, so like I didn't change. There's still people who don't accept me. Like they just think I'm just, I don't know, who's that guy? He's a little off, you know what I mean? But then I kind of made people adjust to me. So I built my own niche, but I never sacrificed I never like, I have to be like these people. Yeah. I made them accept me. And because I'm not from the families, I knew nothing about any of that when I started working. Nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. Nothing. I didn't. Yeah. So, and I'm still myself out there. I'm just kind of like,
always.
But I can kind of do some things that some of them can't. So I'm an interesting guy over there. But so yeah, it's like I just always have to. I just have to be me in it. One thing. My dad, we had a tumultuous relationship. He had like some stuff going, I'm gonna get into maybe that one day. But like one thing he told me,
rest in peace to OG Neil.
Yeah. One thing he told me that I was like 6 years old, 5 years old, I'll never forget. It was in El Park. I remember near El Park. He was like, not everyone's gonna like you. He said, he's like, I remember he said this to me. Like, he was like, not everyone's gonna like you. He's like, you're not me. He said something like, you're not for everyone. Something like that. And I always remembered that. So that's why I always like, I'm for people who fuck with me, but I'm not for everybody, so I can't expect everybody to like me. I'm not like on that shit. Like I
feel you.
you know, like I know some people aren't gonna like me, and it's okay. It's okay.
I was brought up that way.
Yeah.
Like, cause I literally 1829 Avenue K, Flatbush Avenue, bro. It was like PS 119, Huddy, Midwood, all that, Marine Park.
A lot, yeah.
Know
I
what
went
I'm
to
saying?
Midwood. A
Glenwood,
lot of Huddy cats went.
Glenwood, motherfucking
some of the cats that went
shout
to
out to
Huddy.
all my people that used to play ball in Hoopland.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Hoopland.
That's, bro, I was the only fucking Hispanic kid on my block. And then on top of that, before I moved to Flatbush, like my first years of like PS 119, like I was in the transition of actually speaking English.
English, right? Yeah.
So it was just like, and my dad was always just like, yo, bro, like, don't try to fit in.
Yeah.
Don't try to be one of these hood niggas. Don't try to, like, you see other people with certain type of money. Just do you, bro. Yeah. That's it. So
whenever you're comfortable, you don't have to, like, be up to somebody else's. Certain people, they need that. You know what I mean? Some of us, we don't really need that.
Because they live through the eyes of others. That's why.
Yeah. I don't.
They don't live through theirs.
No, if I don't even have a watch right now. I could have one. I should have one. People like, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I have one, but like, it's like whatever. I'm not trying to impress anyone with any kind of whatchamacallit, material goods. I want to impress you with my mind and my handsome good looks and my huge schlong. That's what I want to impress you with. Those three things. Got a little cash here and there. But yeah, it's very unique, authentic people. That's why me and Rilla rock out together. And I only kind of can link with those type of people because the cookie cutter people kind of annoy me. Like I can't. Like the conversation just gets too annoying too fast, and they hear. I can't hold back my like annoyed tone with certain kind of cookie cutter type of people. It's like not. I just can't. I try to like. I just can't. They know I'm like, oh, the same. You're saying the same old. Like, I can't deal. I can't deal with y'all. But it's all right. You link who you link with, but yeah, the abortion late. We start messing around with these 4, 5, 6 month abortions, 7-month abortions. You're getting crazy out here. Seriously, it's like infanticide at this point. Like, stop. Let's like cut it at 8, 10 weeks, please. Like these people are just savages, bro. And the state laws should be like that. And if there's a few states that ban abortion, there's gonna be a couple states out of 50 that ban abortion. Guess what? Big deal. There's a lot of other states. You can go to another state. I mean, everyone in this country basically has been to their neighboring state. Find me somebody who's like 20 years old, 15 years old, who hasn't been in another state. Like, you've been in another state, and if you got to go to another state, you go. Like, I've been in, like, if I had to go to Jersey, I could go there. If I had to go to Pennsylvania to do, like, whatever. It is what it is. Connecticut's not that far either. You can go there. Like, it's like, but New York people don't have to worry about it because New York is a liberal. They're gonna have abortions. They're not banning abortion in New York or New Jersey. So New York hoes ain't got to worry about that. New Jersey, Connecticut, all them states is not banning abortion. I only see a few states possibly banning abortion, and it's not going to be too many. It'll be a handful, maybe, of super conservative states, maybe like a Oklahoma, maybe, or like I don't know. I can't even an Oklahoma, maybe a Wyoming, something like that. Not too many states I don't see banning abortion. They're gonna have. They'll have. I could see the most states banning abortion 5 out of 50. Max. So these people got really nothing to worry about. They're just bitching out for really nothing. Just stupidity, just because they want their way. You know what I mean? They just want their way all the time, or they're gonna cry and they're gonna break shit. Like little kids, leftists. They're out, they're protesting, they're breaking shit, they're threatening people, just like little kids when they don't get their way. They start crying, they're breaking shit. It's the same with these leftists. It's just retarded. They don't even understand 90% of them don't even understand that now it's going to go to state laws. They actually think that like abortion is banned now because they overturned Roe v. Wade and you can't get abortions anymore in this country. That's how like ridiculous they are. They don't know. They think that that's what happened. Stupid.
True.
That's why I'm laughing at them. I know it's like they're out there like going crazy. I'm like, yo, did these idiots even realize that most of these idiots in the states they live in will still be able to get abortions? Like in California, you're going to be able to get abortions. New York, 100%. New Jersey, 100%. Like, you name a whole bunch of other states. Michigan, 100%. Pennsylvania, definitely. New Jersey, definitely. Connecticut, definitely. I could see a state like Virginia, probably. Georgia's weird. I don't know. It's moving around. Who knows with Georgia? Texas, Texas will be close. Texas, you might be able to get it, but not to, you're not going to be able to go crazy for sure. Florida, same thing. But yeah, it's going to be available. So that's about it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like we broke it down. Me and Rilla tonight broke it down for y'all on why you really shouldn't do it. And we broke it down for y'all because it's that make or break moment. It's that rise to the occasion moment like Rilla had. You're going to rise to the occasion or not.
You have to.
You know what I mean? This guy rose to the occasion. You can too. And if you can't, then it's known what, then things are known. So either way, it kind of works out, actually. You just let it rock. You find out about yourself. You're going to need to find out about yourself eventually. Might as well have a kid and really find out about yourself. Really find out what you're made of.
Find out.
When you got $10 and you got to feed him, and you might have to go hungry that night. Or him or her, whatever. You know what I mean?
You got to make a decision.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good thing. These are good things. So that's what we got to say about that. We're on the same page. Like,
yes, sir.
Come on. Time to turn it, because we the type of cats, we know when you can rise to the occasion. Like sometimes you got to really dig deep and turn up. And that's what you do. But little boxing this weekend coming up. I wanted to mention too, Yankees Astros in a good series, 4-game series. They're split now. Yankees had a sick win, 7-6 at home last night. And then tonight, the Astros came back and beat them 3-1. So we got 2 more games of that. Game 6 of Tampa, Colorado coming up. We're hyped for that. A little boxing and then whatever other wild things that happen in the world, and especially in America. This country's
That's
crazy.
a fact.
You want a quick story?
Go ahead.
So now when you go to give blood, right, they give you this questionnaire, and it's like a non-gender kind of questionnaire. So like they give everyone the same question. So it's like supposed to be like non-gender, just like random for everybody type of shit. So this 66-year-old dude, right, goes in there. He gives blood like frequently. You know what I mean? Like once a year, once every 2 years.
Yeah. So
they go in and they ask him. He's a 66-year-old man, right? And they ask him, "Are you pregnant?" No, this is a true story, my G. So they ask him, "Are you pregnant?" And he refuses to answer. I mean, obviously, what do you mean, am I pregnant? I know you're doing your little non-binary questionnaire and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, what do you mean, am I pregnant? So he don't answer them. They refused to take his blood and they made him leave.
Wow.
Because he wouldn't answer. First of all, he's a man. Okay, let's stop with the fantasies about men getting pregnant. I know there's like some fantasies about this right now with leftists, but no, it doesn't work like that. And he's 66. What 66-year-old can get? 66-year-old women can't even get pregnant. You think a 66-year-old man's getting pregnant?
Yo, that's sick, really. And follow shit that much that you're losing common sense.
Yeah, dude, you see what's happening? They're so woke and feeding into this delusional woke craziness. Like common sense, they don't even have it anymore. You're asking a 66-year-old man if he's pregnant, and then he doesn't want to answer, and you tell him to leave. And you won't even take his blood. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you don't know how to think anymore. You're just a robot that just follows the fucking order. Even if the order is way wrong, the question's way like, it's like you're asking like an Irish person to, I don't know, read Chinese. Can you read this Chinese in Chinese, in Mandarin? And the guy's just, just off Ireland. Like, you think he's really, what do you, the odds you think he's going to be able to do that? Like, probably not. It's like they're not, they giving some Irish guy a whole test in Mandarin, Chinese. Like, yeah. It's like they're not even, there's no thought of logic or reality in this. It's like they're trying to create this new reality that's like not real. I don't get it. Like, we're supposed to be like, yeah, I don't know. I almost got pregnant. Like, I'm a 66-year-old man. Like, I don't know. I thought maybe I was pregnant, but I'm not. Like, is that what you want people to say? Like, what are you looking for here? Like,
yeah, like that's
what are we doing?
Like, wake the fuck up.
Like, are we supposed to just like feed into that and be like, yeah, man, maybe he was pregnant? 66-year-old guys can get pregnant. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I just had to share that one because I was like, yo, like, what is I don't know, man. They're really getting a little too, like, that is insane for me. I laugh now. Yeah. I laugh now. We out, right?
Adam Neal.
Yes, sir.
Rilla Crow. Critical Thoughts. Crowdell, yeah. Actually, from this episode on, I'm going by Crowdell. I told y'all from the beginning. I think y'all could probably even catch me saying it on one of these joints, like probably like episode 10, 12 or something. Go back.
Crowdell for 3.
Crowdell, bro.
Crowdell got 4 chips now. We was talking about
4.
this.
Hey, yo, Bron.
The next one we're going to talk about that.
Bron, we
were talking about how if he gets number 4, so he has 4 now. So we'll reevaluate that on the next podcast. Now that he has 4, now what is
tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's Saturday, so it's lit.
Yeah, come through. What it is.
Yo, listen.
We're going to do Crowdell.
Yo, from now on, I might even change it on the description. Crowdell, the big 4.
Yeah.
You heard? That's a different man. And yo, hold on. Let me just say something real quick. I see a lot of people like, yo, man, like he's won a chip before. He's acting like he was crying. This is the first time we seen him crying. Yo, listen. He knows what's at stake right now.
Yeah.
He knows what's coming. He knows.
Getting up in there, big dog territory.
He knows that pressure is up. And it's not even like bad pressure. It's just like, this is the shit I wanted. This is the shit I wanted, and this is the chance I got.
Yeah, he's got a chance to really get up there with
you
the
in
big,
that conversation, dog. You get 5.
It's not out of the line of like right now at 4. You look at Steph, you look at that team. He could get 6. I think he's got a very good chance to get 5. And I said this before they won, even early in the playoffs. I said, remember what I was saying? I said they win this year, they win it next year. That was my thought. Remember, I kept saying that because it's kind of a newish kind of team with some pieces, and they got some young guys that I can see getting better next year. And I feel like Clay has been out a while. I feel like he'll have an off season. I feel like he'll be better version next year. So I feel like Golden State's going to be very tough next year. Very, very, very tough. Very tough. Wiggins is now fitting in that system.
Yeah, he found his role.
That's a scary thing. Wiggins talented, man.
Hey, yo. Y'all already know what time it is with this, man.
Shit. Crowdell.
Critical Thoughts. Crowdell. Adam Neal.
Yes, sir.
Episode 21. Please like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, let's do that.
Know what I'm saying?
We hot.
Well, at least watch the video, man. Just watch it.
Watch half of it.
Get the views up.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button and the sub.
Yo, share this and be like, yo, these niggas talking crazy, man. Yeah, man. Hit us in the comments. We answer back, and I'm ready to go to war with anybody.
Yeah.
Hit us on the Facebook.
And
Hit us on the Instagram.
And we won't talk about it now, but we'll talk about that little slapbox fight we had at Anthony's crib.
Well, nah, yeah, your man stepped on my foot and got one
We'll talk about next year. Yeah, we'll talk about it on the next podcast. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I pulled the B-Hop move on.
Yeah, he did. He had to.
Dirty. It's a dirty move.
He had to. But yo, listen.
Yeah,
Yo,
like-
Brooklyn, we in the building, New York. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the Facebook fam. Shout out to the YouTube fam. Like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification bell. It's Critical Thoughts.
Yeah.
Holla at us. Bye.
Oh yeah, play. You know what's funny? Showed some.
Count this money, no sleep. Wait, on the highway, get higher. On a Friday, it's a pregame. I'm about to go get to the function. Whipping magic in the dungeon. Cheapest creepers with the munchies. Monster, I need the lows of the ganja. Rothschilds for the sponsor. Family money is staying in camp. Great Crow, baby, that's on demand. Never question, baby, I've been a man.
Yo, cop that Great Crow everywhere. Streaming everywhere. Holla at us.